इसका माइक ने बचा
You are now unmuted.
इसका हेलो हेलो गुड आफ्टरनून ऑल ऑफ यू हेलो गुड आफ्टरनून कैसे हैं आप सब लोग तो कुछ पढ़ाई लिखाई की थोड़ी बहुत लास्ट क्लास में हमने पढ़ा था ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक में प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ ट्रायंगल्स के बारे में ठीक है तो नेक्स्ट क्लास जो लास्ट क्लास में हमने डिस्कस किया था प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ ट्रायंगल में साइन रूल कोसाइन रूल हाइट एंड डिस्टेंस ठीक है तो उसके बाद आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे इनवर्स ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शंस के बारे में ठीक है तो इनवर्स ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शंस के बारे में आइडिया है आपको कुछ इनवर्स ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शंस के बारे में कुछ आइडिया है इनवर्स ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शंस के बारे में कुछ आइडिया है देखो सबसे पहले हम बात करते हैं अगर हमें किसी भी फंक्शन का इनवर्स डिफाइन करना है तो हमें फंक्शन का इनवर्स डिफाइन करने के लिए फंक्शन पे बेसिक नेसेसिटी क्या होनी चाहिए फंक्शन को किस टाइप का फंक्शन होना चाहिए ठीक है तो अगर मैं बात करूं एक फंक्शंस का इनवर्स डिफाइन करने के लिए ठीक है टू डिफाइन इनवर्स of a function तो मेरे को ये बताओ फंक्शन को किस टाइप का होना जरूरी है द टाइप ऑफ फंक्शन अगर मैं किसी भी फंक्शन का इनवर्स डिफाइन करना चाहता हूँ तो उस फंक्शन को किस टाइप का होना जरूरी है देखो फंक्शन के पास दो बेसिक चीज होनी जरूरी है फर्स्ट थिंग अगर मैं बोलूं फंक्शन शुड बी वन वन फंक्शन का जो टाइप है वो वन वन टाइप हो ठीक है सेकंड अगर मैं बात करूं फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी थी फंक्शन शुड बी वन वन ठीक है अगर मैं सेकंड बात करता हूं फंक्शन शुड बी ऑन टू फंक्शन का क्या होना चाहिए ऑन टू फंक्शन तो नाउ टेल मी व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय वन वन एंड ऑन टू फंक्शन वन वन फंक्शन से आप क्या समझते हैं ठीक है अगर मैं इन दोनों को कंबाइन करके बोलना चाहूं तो हम एक टर्म यूज करते हैं दैट इज बाइजेक्टिव ठीक है बाइजेक्टिव फंक्शन इफ फंक्शन इज वन वन एंड ऑन टू देन वी कैन से फंक्शन इज टाइप ऑफ बाइजेक्टिव ठीक है तो फर्स्ट अगर मैं बात करूं आपसे कि यहाँ वन वन का मीनिंग क्या है जो फर्स्ट पॉइंट है दैट इज वन 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 से क्या मीनिंग है फंक्शन का ठीक है क्या समझते हो आप वन वन से ओके देखो अगर मैं आपको सिंपली बोलना चाहूँ ठीक है वन वन से क्या मतलब है अगर मैं कोई भी एक्स पुट करता हूँ लाइक fx1 और मैं बोलता हूँ fx2 दोनों पॉइंट पे फंक्शन की वैल्यू इक्वल है अगर fx1 इज इक्वल टू fx2 तो ये ओनली एंड ओनली व्हेन x1 इज इक्वल टू x2, ठीक है। बट अगर मैं इसको थोड़ा मैपिंग की हेल्प से आपको समझाना चाहूँ, तो अगर मान लीजिए ये मेरे पास कोई x1 है, ये कोई x2 है, यहाँ पे कोई y1 है और यहाँ पे कोई y2 है, ठीक है। 1 1 का मतलब क्या है, यहाँ से जो एलिमेंट है वो इधर किसी एक ही एलिमेंट से रिलेट होना चाहिए, ठीक है। ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि यहाँ पे कोई एलिमेंट की, देखो अगर मैं इसको ऐसा कर देता हूँ तो ये 1 1 नहीं है, बिकॉज ये मैनी वन हो गया, बिकॉज fx1 पे भी मेरे पास वैल्यू y1 मिलेगी एंड fx2 पे भी वैल्यू y2 मिलेगी, ठीक है। तो ये 1 1 कैटेगरी पे नहीं है, दिस फंक्शन इज नॉट 1 1, ठीक। अब समझ में आ रही है बात? तो अगर मैं बात करूं, इंस्टेड ऑफ दिस काइंड ऑफ मैपिंग, अगर ये मैपिंग कुछ ऐसी होती, जैसे मान लो यहाँ पे x1 है और यहाँ पे x2 है, यहाँ पे y1 है और यहाँ पे y2 है, ठीक है। x1 y1 से रिलेट हुआ, x2 y2 से रिलेट हुआ, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे क्या है, अगर मैं fx1 लिखना चाहूँ तो उसके सामने मेरे को एक ही आंसर मिला y1, fx2 लिखना चाहूँ तो मेरे को एक ही वैल्यू मिली y2, दैट मीन मेरे पास कोई मल्टीपल x के लिए सेम y नहीं, ठीक है। यहाँ पे अगर मैं बात करूँ मल्टीपल x के लिए, x1 एंड x2 के लिए सेम y था, तो दिस इज नॉट 1 1 एंड दिस इज 1 1 काइंड ऑफ मैपिंग या 1 1 काइंड ऑफ फंक्शन, ठीक है। आपको 1 1 के बारे में क्लियर हो? अगर मैं थोड़ा और डेफिनेटली बात करूँ थोड़ा सा इन टर्म्स ऑफ कैलकुलस, 1 1 फंक्शन, जो 1 1 फंक्शन होगा या तो वो स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग पैटर्न में होगा या स्ट्रिक्टली डिक्रीजिंग पैटर्न में होगा, ये 1 1 फंक्शन की एक पहचान है, ठीक है। हम क्या बोल सकते हैं, आप नोट कर सकते हो इस चीज को, जो 1 1 फंक्शन है या तो वो क्या होगा, स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग और डिक्रीजिंग, ठीक है। या तो वो स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग होगा या वो स्ट्रिक्टली क्या होगा, डिक्रीजिंग टाइप का फंक्शन, ठीक है। तो हम ग्राफ को देख के भी बता सकते हैं कि कोई फंक्शन 1 1 है या नहीं, ठीक है। अब बात करते हैं ऑन टू की। सेकंड पॉइंट पे हमने डिस्कस करना स्टार्ट किया कि फंक्शन शुड बी ऑन टू, तो सेकंड पॉइंट पे जो हमने डिस्कस किया ऑन टू फंक्शन। अच्छा, आप लोग बताओ ऑन टू फंक्शन का मतलब क्या होता है? ऑन टू फंक्शन, ठीक है। देखो ऑन टू फंक्शंस में बेसिकली हम बोलते हैं कि फंक्शन की रेंज इज इक्वल टू कोडोमेन हो जाए, ठीक है। तो हम बोल सकते हैं कि जो कोडोमेन है उसका कोई भी एलिमेंट लेफ्ट आउट ना हो, ठीक है। All elements of codomain should be taken by some element of set A of domain part. Okay, so let me explain you with the help of mapping. Let's suppose I have some element x1 and x2. Here I have element y1, y2 and y3. Okay, अगर मैं x1 को y1 से रिलेट करता हूँ, x2 को y2 से, तो यहाँ पे जो x3 एलिमेंट है that is left out, तो ये this kind of mapping is not onto mapping, ठीक है, not onto function, ठीक है। ये एक onto फंक्शन नहीं है। अगर मैं इसमें थोड़ा सा चेंज करूं कि मान लो यहाँ पे मेरे पास एक और एलिमेंट होता, लेट्स सपोज मेरे पास x1 x2 और यहाँ भी x3 होता, ठीक है। और यहाँ पे मान लो मेरे पास y1 एंड y2, यही दो एलिमेंट होते। मान लो x1 मेरा y1 से रिलेट हो गया, x2 है, ठीक है। तो ये एक ऑन टू मैपिंग है, ठीक है, बट ये 1 1 नहीं है साथ, दिस इज ऑन टू फंक्शन, बट नॉट 1 1 फंक्शन, ठीक है। ये बात समझ में आ रही है? तो हमें फंक्शन का बोथ होना जरूरी है। फंक्शन देखो यहाँ पे अगर मैं बात करूं तो इस वाले पार्ट के लिए इस पार्ट में कोडोमेन क्या था हमारा? अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं भाई मेरे को कोडोमेन बताओ, तो कोडोमेन इज y1, y2, y3, ठीक है। अगर मैं बात करूं रेंज, रेंज कौन से एलिमेंट होंगे? ओनली वही एलिमेंट जो x से रिलेट हुए होंगे, तो दैट मीन y1 एंड y2। तो यहाँ पे जो हमारी कंडीशन थी रेंज शुड बी इक्वल टू कोडोमेन, तो वो हमारी फुलफिल नहीं हुई, ये वाली कंडीशन, ठीक है। तो ये फंक्शन इज नॉट वन वन। बट यहाँ पे अगर मैं चेक करूँ, ठीक है, अगर मैं यहाँ पे चेक करता हूँ, ठीक है, दिस इज y2, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे अगर मैं देखता हूँ कोडोमेन की वैल्यू कितनी है, कोडोमेन इज simply y1 and y2 and range is also y1 and y2। तो जो फर्स्ट पॉइंट हमने बोला रेंज इज इक्वल टू कोडोमेन, दैट इज सेटिस्फाइड, तो वी कैन से दिस इज onto function। नाउ वी टॉक अबाउट 1-1। तो 1-1 में हमने क्या बोला, अगर fx1 इज इक्वल टू fx2 सेम वैल्यू है, तो यहाँ पे देखो fx1 इज fx2 y1 के इक्वल है, बट ये x1 एंड x2 तो डिफरेंट पॉइंट है, बट x1 इज नॉट इक्वल टू x2, तो इज नॉट 1-1 काइंड ऑफ मेथड, 1-1 1-1, ठीक है, कह सकते हैं कि ये 1-1 नहीं है। तो आपको अब ये आइडिया क्लियर है कि कौन सा फंक्शन ऑन टू होगा, कौन सा फंक्शन 1-1 होगा। हमारे पास अगर किसी भी फंक्शन का इनवर्स हमें डिफाइन करना है, ठीक है, तो फंक्शन शुड बी 1-1 and onto both। If function is both 1-1 and onto, then we can say function is bijective। Okay, if function is ये है 26 हमारे पास ट्रेन की स्पीड और इन दोनों का डिफरेंस कितना होगा? 1-1 and onto both, so we can say is bijective function। This is the condition to define inverse of a function, ठीक है। फंक्शन का 1-1 and onto होना जरूरी है, नेसेसरी है, अगर हम फंक्शन का इनवर्स डिफाइन करना चाहते हैं। और एयर की ट्रेन का टाइम है 26 और एयर का टाइम कितना होगा? बट अगर मैं आपसे बात करूं कि all trigonometric function, all trigonometric function टाइम के रेशियो का रिवर्स होगा स्पीड का रेशियो। अब देखो एयर की स्पीड गिवन है हमें, such as like y equal to sin x, y equal to cos x, ठीक है। That's all trigonometric functions are 1-1 or not, मतलब ये बाइसेक्टिव की कैटेगरी में आते हैं या नहीं आते हैं, आप मेरे को इतना बताओ, सोचो थोड़ा। देखो मैंने अभी आपको कैटेगराइज करना सिखाया कि आप 1-1 and onto कैसे कैटेगराइज कर सकते हो, ठीक है, कैसे आप डिफरेंशिएट कर सकते हो। तो सिंपली अगर आप इनके ग्राफ को भी देखो तो वहां से भी आप आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हो कि ये फंक्शन 1-1 and onto है या नहीं। देखो कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे, सबसे पहले मैं साइन के लिए चेक करता हूँ, ठीक है, तो साइन का ग्राफ बना लो, ये साइन का ग्राफ भी, ठीक है। अब देखो अगर मैं बात करूं यहाँ पे कोई x होगा और यहाँ पे भी कोई x होगा, तो ये x2 हो गया। इन दोनों पॉइंट पे सेम ही y की वैल्यू है, ये y1 मान लेते हैं, ठीक है। तो ऐसे में ये जब भी कोई लाइन पैरेलल टू x एक्सिस ड्रॉ करूंगा, अगर वो ग्राफ को मल्टीपल पॉइंट पे कट करती है तो दैट मीन फंक्शन इज नॉट 1-1, ठीक है। तो ये ग्राफिकल मेथड है टू चेक 1-1 इफ ए लाइन पैरेलल टू x एक्सिस intersect at more than 1 point with the plot of function, then function is not 1 1. ओके, फंक्शन का 1 1 होने के लिए फंक्शन, इफ फंक्शन इज 1 1, then the line that is parallel to x-axis should intersect function at only 1 point. Okay, Anjita, hello.
Yes, sir.
Are you late? Why are you late?
Sir?
Why are you late in this class? The class is started 15 minutes back.
Sorry, sir. I had
Okay, so
laptop issues.
we were discussing about inverse trigonometric functions. So basic thing we have discussed about how we define inverse of a function. So first thing to define inverse is function should be bijective. I think that part is clear to you. You have studied in 12th. I think.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are discussing the point all trigonometric functions are type of which kind of functions are trigonometric functions? Either they are 1 1 or not. Like sine and cos are 1 1 or not?
Yes, sir.
No, sine and cos are not 1 1 because if look at the graph of sine, I have some x here and some x here, but for both x the value of y is same, because we can say like some value for theta sine theta and the same is value for pi minus theta. So for two different x we have same value. So sine graph is not 1 1. So all trigonometric functions are not 1 1. ठीक है, ये बात आपको समझ में आ रही है? Are you getting my point? All trigonometric functions are not 1 1. So, but basic condition to define inverse of a function, function should be 1 1 and onto. Okay. If we would like to define a inverse of a function, then function should be 1 1 and onto. So we can say function should be bijective type of function. Okay, but all trigonometric functions, whatever we are talking about, sine, cos, tan, whatever the trigonometric function, all functions are not 1 1. ठीक है, तो how can you identify whether a function is 1 1 or not? Can you identify a function whether it is 1 1 or not? Hello.
X1 is equal to X2.
Pardon?
X1 is equal to
Yeah, x1 is equal to x2 only and only if when x1 is equal to x2. Okay, that is the basic condition. So I am talking about the graphical method to identify a function whether it is 1 1 or not. To identify a function whether it is a 1 1 or not, we are discussing about y equal to cos x. Okay, so we have to identify the y equal to cos x is 1 1 or not. Okay, so what you need to do, first draw the plot of that function. So plot of cos x is, this is the plot of cos x. Are you getting it? So now you simply draw a straight line that is parallel to x-axis. This line is parallel to x-axis. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If this line intersect at more than 1 point, right, now we can see one intersection and two intersection, more than one intersection. So that simply means here is our some x1 and here is some x2. x1 and x2 are two different points. We can see on the plot. but the value of y, this value of y is same. So we can say fx1 is equal to fx2, but x1 is not equal to x2. So function is not 1 1. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what we need to do, we just draw a line that is parallel to x-axis. If it intersect more than one point with the graph of function, then we simply say the function is not 1 1. Okay, second criteria to identify function is 1 1 or if function is 1 1. If function is 1 1, the graph of function is either increasing pattern or strictly decreasing pattern. Okay, let me show you like some increasing pattern or some decreasing pattern. So we can say by parallel line method only one point of intersection here. Okay, if graph of a function is either strictly increasing or strictly decreasing, then function is type of 1 1. Okay, so now you got my point. The all trigonometric functions are not 1 1. But
Yes, sir.
we need to define inverse. To define inverse, first of all, the condition is function should be 1 1. How to deal with this condition? Because all functions are not 1 1. We need to define inverse. So we need to make all these functions 1 1. How can we make all these functions 1 1? How can we make sine, cos, all these functions 1 1? Look, we need to redefine the domain of function. We need to restrict the function. Okay, if we look at sine curve, y equal to sin x. ठीक है, तो हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? We need to redefine domain of function, or we can say we need to restrict the domain of function to define its 1 1 kind of function, to make sine and cos 1 1 and bijective kind of function. So let me show you the sine curve. The simple sine curve is this. This is simple sine curve, isn't it? Okay, so now if I talk about a section of this plot up to pi by 2 plus pi by 2 and up to minus pi by 2, only this segment. So now tell me, the picture in this segment is 1 1 or not? Because this is strictly increasing kind of function. Or second method, if I draw any straight line that is parallel to x-axis, is intersecting at only one point in this restricted domain from x belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Now tell me, in this domain, this function is 1 1 or not? Are you getting my point?
No, sir.
This function is 1 1 because this function is strictly increasing from this point to this point. We are not talking about this part. Okay,
Yes.
we are talking about only up to this point. This point. Okay.
Yes.
So similarly, if we redefine every domain, okay, we can make all these functions 1 1 type. We can make 1 1. So now, if I talk about from point minus pi by
Sir,
2.
voice is breaking.
Yeah. Can you repeat?
So your voice is breaking.
Voice is breaking. Okay.
I'm not.
Now you are getting my voice? Now you are getting my voice.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we are talking about this curve. If x belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by, then this function is 1, 1. And if we redefine, the range of this function is, what will be range? From minus 1 to plus 1. And range and codomain is equal. So then we can say the function is onto also. If function is 1, 1 and onto, then we can say the function is bijective in this domain. If function is bijective in this domain, then we can define inverse of this function. So can you make the plot of all inverse functions? Okay. Can you plot the graph of y equal to sine inverse x? Can you plot this graph? Are you familiar with this graph?
No, sir.
Okay, look, if you want to make the graph of inverse function, so first let me explain you. If this is our x-axis and this is our y-axis, okay, the graph of inverse function is basically the mirror image about the line y equal to x. So look, if I draw the plot of sine like this up to pi by 2, so this is the plot of sine up to plus pi by 2, and here this is minus pi by 2, isn't it? If I make image of this plot about this line, the image of fx about the line y equal to x is the plot of f inverse x. Okay. So are you getting my point? How can we make the plot of f inverse x? F inverse x is simply the image of the fx about the line y equal to x, isn't it? Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you want to make the plot of this, so you simply need to change x and y axis. Okay. You simply need to change your x and y axis. So if I make, considering this way as x-axis and this way as y-axis, so how can you make the plot of this is positive side and this is negative side? How can you draw the plot of sine? The plot of sine is somewhere here like this, because this is positive side. So देखो, in the positive side, the plot of sine is someone like loop like this. So here is somewhere pi, and here is somewhere pi by 2. So plot is like this in positive loop, and in negative loop the plot is like this. So we can make up to minus pi, but we need up to minus pi by 2. Okay, here we need up to plus pi by 2. Okay, so if I restrict again this plot from point this to point this. Okay, so this is the our plot of sine inverse x. So this value is plus 1 and this value is our minus 1. So what is the domain? Domain is the value of x. X belongs to minus 1 included to plus 1. And what is the range for sine inverse x? Range value is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Isn't it? Are you getting this point? Hello? Are you getting this point? The plot of sine inverse x, the domain and range of sine inverse x. Simply, we can make the plot of y equal to cos inverse x. Okay. So, how to make the plot of y equal to cos inverse x? Simply draw the line x-axis and y-axis. Okay. So in cos, we need to redefine our domain. If you look at the plot of cos, is something like this. From 0 to pi. Basically from 0 to pi, the cos is decreasing kind of function. Okay. So from this point is 0 and this is pi by 2 and this is somewhere pi. So if I draw the plot, so this plot is look like this way. This plot in positive y-axis. Okay. So this line is pi. This point is pi by 2. This is our 0. And this value is plus 1 and this value is minus 1. Okay. So what is the domain for cos inverse x? Domain is x belongs to minus 1 to plus 1 and range value is similarly 0 to pi. Okay. And we can say the cos inverse x is decreasing kind of function. This is the plot of y equal to cos inverse x. Okay. Are you getting all these plots? Anjita, are you getting all these plots? Cos inverse and sine inverse?
Yes,
Okay. So now, if we need to draw y equal to tan inverse x, how can you draw the y equal to tan inverse x? Same way, we need to make our axis. Simply, so let us look at the plot of tan inverse x. So first we need to look at the plot of tan. So this is the plot of tan x. So this is minus pi by 2 and this is plus pi by 2. We need to change this axis into inverse plot. So this is our plus pi by 2. Okay. And this axis is our minus pi by 2. This one. Okay. If plus pi by 2, then it is tending to plus infinity. That means at plus pi by 2, it is tending to plus infinity. So this is our plus infinity. So plot is like this way. This is our y equal to tan inverse x. So what is the domain and range of y equal to tan inverse x? Domain value. Domain is x belongs to minus infinity to plus infinity, because from minus infinity to plus infinity all values are acceptable, and range value is open interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, because at plus pi by 2 and minus pi by 2 the function is not defined. Okay, are you getting this plot of tan inverse x?
Yes.
Okay, so now we need to define y equal to cot inverse x. Similar pattern, ठीक है, y equal to cot inverse x is similar to the cos x, because cos x is decreasing kind of function. So in same way, this is x axis and this is y axis. So now look at the plot of cot x. The cot x plot is 0, pi by 2 is something like this. It is not defined at 0 and pi, isn't it? So here is the line of pi plus pi. This is 0 and this is plus pi. And in between somewhere this point is pi by 2. So if 0, then the plot is tending to plus infinity, isn't it? So at 0 the plot is tending to plus infinity, and pi the plot is tending to minus infinity at minus infinity. So this is the plot of this type, decreasing kind of plot. Okay, so this is y equal to cot inverse x. Domain is, what is domain? Minus infinity to plus infinity. X value, x belongs to minus infinity to plus infinity. And range value, what is the range? From open interval 0 to pi. This is the y equal to cot inverse x. Okay, so now we need to draw two more plot, y equal to sec inverse x and y equal to cosec inverse x in similar pattern. You can draw all this plot by yourself in similar way. So now let me discuss about sec inverse x. How to make the plot of sec x? So sec x is not defined at sec x का plot कैसे बनाएंगे आप? How to make the plot of sec inverse x? Can you draw the plot of sec inverse x?
Yes. I'll try, sir.
Okay. Just tell me sec inverse is, what is the domain of sec inverse x? Because domain part is minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So we can say the plot is outside from plus 1 to minus 1 somewhere. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So this is our plus 1 and this is our minus 1. And this is the line of plus pi by 2. Okay. So the plot is, what is the value at 0? Sec inverse 0.
There will be another type of decomposers or residues, right? Which is again
Sir, I didn't understand.
Tell me the value at sec inverse 1. What is the value at sec inverse 1? What is the value of sec inverse 1?
It does not have any problem structure.
Sec inverse 1 पे how much value it will? plot is like this, because this is not defined at pi by 2, and this is like this. This is the plot of y equal to sec inverse x. Okay, because look, if we put the value at pi by 2 at cos, because sec is the inverse of cos, so at pi by 2 cos is 0, then sec is not defined. So domain part is this, and what is the range of sec inverse x? 0 to pi minus 1 point, that is the pi by 2 plus pi by 2, that is the range of sec inverse x. So similarly, we can make the plot of y equal to cosec inverse x. So now tell me how the plot of y equal to sec inverse x. Because cosec inverse is not defined at 0. So this is our 0, and this is our pi by 2, and this is our minus pi by 2. And somewhere this is 1, and this is
Yes,
minus
sir.
1. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So how the plot look like?
Third love curves are both sides.
This is look like in this way, because this is not defined at 0, and
Yes, sir.
in this way this is somewhere like this. Okay, this is
Yes,
the
sir.
plot of cosec inverse. So what is the domain? Domain is same, minus infinity to minus 1, union 1 to infinity. And what is the range? Range for cosec inverse x from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, but at 0 is not defined. So we can say close interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 minus 1 point, that is 0.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we have defined domain and range for all 6 trigonometric inverse functions. So now you are getting all the domain and range part.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if we need to calculate the value like sine inverse minus of 1 by 2, what is the value for this? How you calculate this kind of point? What is the value for sine inverse minus 1 by 2? How much?
One minute, sir.
Okay.
Minus one, sir.
Basically, if I tell you if sine inverse of minus x is equal to minus of sine inverse x, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if we apply this, then we can write minus of sine inverse 1 by 2. And what is the value for 1 by 2? Sine inverse 1 by 2. At what angle the sine value is 1 by 2? Pi by 6?
60, sir.
Not 60, 30. So pi by 6. At 60 is root 3 by
Yes,
2.
sir. Yes, sir.
This is minus
Yes,
pi
sir.
by. Okay. So second property is if cos inverse minus x, then we write pi minus cos inverse x, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Third property is tan inverse minus x is equal to minus of tan inverse x.
Yes, sir.
Fourth, cot inverse minus x is equal to pi minus cot inverse x. Similarly, fifth, cosec inverse minus x equal to minus of cosec inverse x. And sixth property is sec inverse minus x is equal to pi minus sec inverse x. Okay. So now tell me, by using all this property, what is the value for cos minus root 3 by 2? What is the value for this? Can you tell me the value of this cos inverse minus root 3 by 2? Anjita, are you getting my question? So look, we need to apply this formula. Second one, if we apply second formula, then we can write pi minus cos inverse root 3 by 2. And what is the value for root 3 by 2? That is simply pi by 6. So we can write 5 pi by 6. This is our principal value for this. Okay. So now tell me for this question. We have a question. If cos inverse x plus cos inverse y plus cos inverse z equal to 3 pi, then find the value of x into y, y into x, sorry, y into z and z into x. Okay. If cos inverse x plus cos inverse y plus cos inverse z is equal to 3 pi, then find the value of x into y plus y into z plus z into x. Can you solve this question?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what is the value for this expression.
Sir, can you do one, please? I'm not.
Pardon, can you repeat?
Sir, can you do the sum one, sir? I'm not able to proceed.
Okay. So look, we have written the equation. Our equation is cos inverse x plus cos inverse y plus cos inverse z is equal to 3 pi. So now tell me, what is the maximum value for cos inverse x? What is the maximum output for cos inverse x? Look at the plot of cos inverse x. So how's the plot of cos inverse x? The cos inverse x is like this. This is our 0 and this is our pi. This is point is -1 and this is +1. The maximum value for cos inverse is pi. So if this is pi and this is pi, only for maximum value of each cos inverse x, cos inverse y and cos inverse z, then this output is equal to 3 pi, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting my point? If cos inverse
Yes,
x
sir.
plus cos inverse y and cos inverse z, all three should be maximum and maximum value is pi, then this sum is equal to 3 pi, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if cos inverse x is pi, then what is the value for x? If cos inverse x is equal to pi, then if we simplify this equation, then what is the value for x?
-1.
Minus 1. Okay. In similar
Yes,
way,
sir.
what is the value for y? Y is also minus 1 and z is also, because all these x, y, z are forming the same equation like cos inverse y equal to pi
Yes, sir.
and cos inverse z equal to pi. So now we substitute our value in expression x into y, y into z and z into x. So what is the value? Minus 1 into minus 1, that is plus 1. Plus 1 and plus 1, so what is the value? 3.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us try this sum. Okay, we have to find the value of sine 1 by 2 cot inverse minus 3 by 4. Can you simplify this? How to simplify this kind of sum? This is also in CBSE board pattern in 12th section. So how you do these kind of sum? Okay, let me
First
explain.
is 5.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
first you need to substitute this value as some theta. So let's suppose we substitute, this is basically cot inverse. This is our cot inverse. Cot inverse minus root 3 by 4 equal to some theta. So then we can write this expression as sine of theta by 2, isn't it? We can write.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
we need to find the value of sine theta by 2. So what is the value of cot theta from this expression? The value of cot theta is minus 3 by 4, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me what is the, how can you find the value of sine theta by 2 from cot theta?
Sir, how do we find?
The value of this sine theta by 2 from this value. Let us make a triangle. This is the theta.
Sir, cot is by sines or
Cot by sine, but we need to find theta by 2, sine theta by 2. So we can, if we find cos theta from this value, then we can write 1 minus 2 sine square theta by 2. If we simplify this expression, we can reach to this point. Are you getting my point?
yes, sir.
We cannot find directly sine theta by 2. But from cot theta, if we reach from cot theta to cos theta, then cos theta to sine theta by 2. And if we simplify this expression, we can reach to sine theta by 2. Isn't it? So from cot theta, we make a triangle. So what is the value of base? 3 and this is 4. And how much this? 16 plus 9, that is 5. So now tell me what is the value of cos theta from this triangle with sine, because here we are making triangle without sine, but with sine what is the value of cos theta? Cos theta should be minus 3 by 5, isn't it? Because here the theta is negative, because theta should be in second quadrant, because there is a minus sign, because all theta in first quadrant are positive, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So if cos theta is in also in second quadrant, then value should be negative. So if we substitute this value in this expression and simplify, then the cos theta equal to minus 2 sine square theta by 2. Value of cos theta is minus 3 by 5. 1 minus 2. Okay. Now simplify this to 2 equal to 1 plus 3 by 5, that is 8 by 5, isn't it? If we simplify, then sine square theta equal to 4 by 5 if we cancel from this. So what is the value of sine theta by 2? Sine theta by 2 is 2 by root 5. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
What we need to find? We need to find the value of this sine theta by 2. So our answer is this sine theta by 2 value.
Yes.
So now you are getting how to solve this kind of sum.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So our next question is, if we have tan inverse 1 minus x and 1 plus x, and x belongs to 0 to 1, close interval 0 to 1, then find smallest and largest value. This is fx. So of fx. Are you getting my question? If fx is equal to tan inverse 1 minus x divide over 1 plus x, and x belongs to 0 to 1, close interval, then find the smallest and largest value for fx.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you simplify this? How to approach this kind of sum? What substitution we need to make in place of x? Look, if we substitute x equal to tan theta, okay, that is our substitution. Okay, then this expression is tan inverse 1 minus tan theta 1 plus tan theta, isn't it? Can we rewrite this expression as tan inverse 10 pi by 4 minus theta? Can we write this as this? Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So if we apply inverse of inverse, then this is simplified to pi by 4 minus theta. And what is the value of theta? If we simplify this expression, then theta is simply tan inverse x, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
If we substitute again the value of theta, then pi by 4 minus tan inverse x, and our x value is 0 to 1. If x value is 0, then this is 0. Then value of fx
Yes,
equal to pi by 4 at x equal to 0, and fx
yes, sir.
equal to 0 at x equal to 1. So what is the maximum value? Maximum is pi by 4 and minimum is 0. So we can say the range of fx is close interval 0 to close interval pi by 4. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us solve another sum.
And finally to the decomposer. This is for the air flowing.
That is, if sine inverse 1 minus x minus 2 sine inverse x equal to pi by 2. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Solve for x. So we need to find the value of x which satisfy this equation.
One topic level 2. One topic level 2. Another in the ascending order. So,
Can you simplify this?
during the flow of
Yes, sir, I'm doing.
transmission, during the flow of transmission, only 10% of the energy, okay, Indian goes Indian to only 10% of the energy it is getting into the next transit level. Indian அடுத்த 10% அடுத்த transit level போகுதுன்னா இன்னும் சொல்லி பாருங்க நீங்க 80% 60% 10% கேட்கலாம். ஆனா மின்மல் எனக்கு டிஃபர் அப்படின்னா மின்மலோடலாம் இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கணக்கு. இப்போ என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா ஒரு அப்டேட் பண்ணிட்டு எனக்கு ஒரு டிரான்சிட் லெவல்ல இருந்து இன்னொரு டிரான்சிட் லெவல்
Okay.
அதெல்லாம்
Look,
இருக்கு.
if we need to simplify this kind of expression, so first we need to make some transformation. So first we need to transfer this into this side. Okay. So if I transfer this term to right hand side, then sine inverse 1 minus x equal to pi by 2 plus 2 sine inverse x, isn't it? Okay. If I take sine both sides, then I can write 1 minus x equal to sine of pi by 2 plus 2 sine inverse x. Can we write this? Can we write this?
Yes, sir.
If we simplify, then pi by 2 plus theta. So we can write 1 minus x equal to, that is
And
cos of
uh,
2 sine inverse x. We can write like this. Now, if we make substitution like sine inverse x is some theta, then we can write 1 minus x equal to cos 2 theta, isn't it? We can write like this. If I simplify 1 minus x equal to 1 minus 2 sine square theta. And what is the value of sine theta from this expression? The sine theta is equal to x. If I substitute back this value into this expression, then 1 minus x equal to 1 minus 2 x square, isn't it?
Any doubt to have a class?
Okay, the 1 get cancelled and the minus sign also get cancelled, then x equal to 2x square. If I simplify this, then 0 equal to 2x square minus x. Then factorize this equation, x taking common 2x minus 1. Then the value of x is equal to 0 and x equal to 1 by 2. Now check both values. The both value are acceptable or not? Because whenever we make some substitution or some rearrangement, always in inverse trigonometry you verify your solution, because lot of the time we get extra solutions. Okay, but by squaring or some method we get some extra roots or solution for the equation. We need to verify every time. So if I verify for 0, what is our original equation? Our original equation is this one. Okay, that is sine inverse 1 minus x minus 2 sine inverse x equal to pi by 2 for x equal to 0. For x equal to 0, this is sine inverse 1 and sine inverse 0 is 0. This whole expression is 0 and output should be pi by 2. And sine inverse 1 is pi by 2 equal to pi by 2. This is valid. So that means this solution x equal to 0 is valid. Now verify for x equal to pi by 2. If x equal to 1 by 2. If x equal to 1 by 2, then sine inverse minus 1 minus x minus 2 sine inverse x equal to pi by 2. If I substitute 1 by 2, then this is 1 by 2, 1 minus 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2, twice of sine inverse 1 by 2. Okay, if I simplify this expression, then sine inverse 1 by 2 is pi by 6 minus 2 sine inverse pi by 6. If I simplify, this is 3, taking LCM as 6, so pi minus 2 pi. So answer is minus pi by 6, but output is pi by 2. This is not equal. So hence x equal to 1 by 2 is not a solution. So the only solution is x equal to 0. So we also need to verify our answers. In case of the inverse trigonometry, a lot of the time we do some rearrangement, some scaling kind of thing, so that creates some extra root in the equation. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now solve some another sum. Can you find the value of cos inverse cos 7 pi by 6? Can you simplify this? Can you simplify this cos inverse cos 7 pi by 6?
इसका मतलब हमारे पास ये दोनों वैल्यूज तो चेंज होंगी 37 और 1 ये दोनों वैल्यूज तो चेंज होंगी लेकिन ये जो डिनोमिनेटर है भाई ये डिनोमिनेटर तो ऑलवेज सेम ही होगा जो 1/8 में था सेम 3/8 सेम 5/8 सेम था.
Okay, how can you break this angle?
चेक करोगे कि इसकी ओरिजिनल फ्रैक्शन क्या होगी.
We can write cos inverse cos pi plus pi by 6, isn't it? We
Yes, sir.
So what is the value of this? Pi plus pi by 6.
इसी को देखो आप, अब आप अपने टेबल को चेक करो, अभी
Cos inverse. So we can write minus cos pi by 6 because this is in third quadrant, pi plus theta.
हमारे पास किस ओरिजिनल फ्रैक्शन में है?
This is in third quadrant, isn't it? The third quadrant, the value
Yes.
of cos is negative value. So if I simplify cos inverse, so what is the value of cos pi by 6? Minus
भाई हमने इस
root 3 by 2,
उसके बाद हमने टेबल में देखा डिनोमिनेटर
isn't it?
यहाँ से हमें एक बात पता
And we know
हमारा आंसर कुछ भी हो
cos inverse of minus x equal to pi minus
उन शहरों में हमने किसी
cos inverse x. We can write this equation using this formula. So pi minus cos inverse root 3 by 2. If I substitute the value of cos inverse root 3 by 2, then this equation changes to this equation. Pi minus cos inverse root 3 by 2. What is the value of root 3 by 2? Pi by 6. If I simplify, then I am getting 5 pi by 6. Isn't it? This is the value of this expression. Okay. So, if you need to find in similar way the value like sine inverse of sine 10, how can you simplify this kind of expression? Because this angle is breakable, we can rearrange with the help of pi. But if this kind of value is provided, how can you simplify this kind of value? If the value is in radian, like 10, 5, 17, how can you simplify this kind of value?
3 में भी हमारे पास डिनोमिनेटर 3 है और 1/6 में भी हमारे पास डिनोमिनेटर 6 है। वही केस है, उसको यहाँ से चेक करो। 1/7 होगा।
Look, we have certain formulas for, first is sine inverse of sine x equal to x if x belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi 2. Okay. Otherwise, we need to shift this x in always in this output because the output of sine inverse is belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So, if we make the plot of this, then the plot is look like
फर्स्ट क्लास याद करो, जिस वैल्यू से मल्टीप्लाई हम यहाँ करते थे वही सेम मल्टीप्लाई यहाँ और सेम मल्टीप्लाई यहाँ।
this is our pi by 2 and this is our
देखो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में होगा 4/7
minus pi by 2.
और राइट हैंड साइड में
Okay. And this is
8/7
plus pi by 2 and this is minus pi.
7 है इम्प्रॉपर, इसको प्रॉपर में कन्वर्ट करो, कितना
So
होगा?
this is our
1 + 1/7 4/7 होगा हमारे पास।
So the plot will look like this.
बताओ तो बात समझ आई?
Second again this is pi and then again this is 3 pi by 2. So what is the equation of this line? This is for minus pi. If we write
मैं आपको
the
ये
equation for this line,
ये समझा रहा हूं। मैंने अभी आपको एक बात
so what is the equation for this line? This line is y equal to x, isn't it? Simply passing through origin. The slope is 1. The result for minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. This is y equal to x. If this is something y, then we can say simply y equal to x function.
मैंने आपको ये
Isn't it?
समझाया था कि हम इस डिनोमिनेटर
in next alternative interval, then the value is outside this range. We need to shift. So what is this equation? This equation is y equal to minus
हमारे पास 1
x,
upon 7 में भी
and
denominator
what is the value of
7
intercept plus pi.
फिर आप
Okay.
दोनों में से कैसे
And what is this equation?
क्या हो
This is pi and this is 2 pi.
समझ
Okay. If I write this equation, then y equal to, what is the slope? Plus 1, so plus x, and minus 2 pi. Similarly, so we can identify the each value by the help of this plot. Okay. So let me ask you the value for, let's suppose some simple value, sine inverse of
तो 14 में किस वैल्यू
sine
अप्लाई करोगे
2 pi by 3. Now tell me, where is 2 pi by 3 on this plot? What is the quadrant of this 2 pi by 3? Can you tell me the quadrant of this 2 pi by 3?
First quadrant.
Not first, because this is 120 degree. Second quadrant. This
Yes.
value is somewhere here in second quadrant here. This is the value of 2 pi by 3. Okay. So what is the line for corresponding to this interval? The line is slope is minus 1 and intercept is plus pi. So we can write the equation like this. If we substitute x equal to plus this 2 pi by 3, so we can get direct the value of this y. So if I substitute in this equation, then y equal to, what is the value of x? Minus 2 pi by 3 plus pi. If I simplify this, then value is y equal to, what is the value? Simplify this. The pi by 3. Simply we are getting pi by 3. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me what is the approximate value of 10? Where is the 10 in this plot? In this axis? Because if I look at pi is somewhere 3.14. 2 pi is 6.28, and 3 pi is 9.42. So 10 is after 3 pi, somewhere here in this 3 pi to 4 pi interval. 10 is somewhere here. Are you getting my point? Where is the 10 on x-axis? After 3 pi.
Yes.
Okay. So now let me check the pattern of this plot. If this is 0, 2 pi, that means even multiple of pi, the slope is always plus 1. If that is odd multiple, the slope is always minus 1. Are you getting this pattern of this zigzag plot? If
Yes, sir.
the plot, if the value is multiple of, even multiple of pi, then slope is plus 1. Okay. So if now we talk the here, the slope is plus 1 because this is even multiple, and here the slope is minus 1 because this is odd multiple 3 pi, and 10 pi, the value of 10 is somewhere here. We need to identify this line to find the value of 10, isn't it? We no need to draw whole graph, but we need to draw this segment of graph where the value lies itself. Okay, where we need to find the value. So what is the equation of this line? So we can write y equal to, what is the slope? Slope is minus 1 to minus x. What is the intercept? Intercept is plus 3 pi. Are you getting my point? How to write this equation? Anjita, are you getting my point? How to write this equation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is the value of x? The x is our 10, because we need to find sine inverse of sine 10. So this is our x value. X is equal to 10. If I substitute x here, then value of y is 10 plus 3 pi. Then output is y equal to 3 pi minus 10. This is our output. The based on this graph, the question is asked in JEE. Okay. So you need to remember this graph,
Yes.
how to plot this graph. This is for sine inverse. We need to make the plot of cos inverse. The plot of cos is also similar. If y equal to cos inverse cos x. So we can say y equal to x if x belongs to 0 to pi, if it is in domain. Okay. Otherwise, we need to shift this plot. The plot is look like now. The from 0, this is pi, this is 2 pi, and this is 3 pi. So this plot is like this.
हमारे सिलेबस से थोड़ी सी बाहर की बात है, लेकिन अगर 5 मिनट समझ लोगे तो सारे डाउट क्लियर हो जाएंगे. देखो,
this is minus pi. Okay, so this is the plot of cos inverse. So what is the equation of line? This line is y equal to x, and this line is y equal to minus x, because if slope is minus 1 and plus 1, only two slope are possible there. Okay, so if inclined in first quadrant and third quadrant, this is slope is plus 1, otherwise. And what is the intercept for this line? This intercept is plus 2 pi. And what is the equation for this line? Can you write the equation for this line? Y equal to slope is plus 1 because this is inclined in first and third quadrant, and intercept is 2 pi, so minus 2 pi. Okay? Are you getting the plot of cos inverse cos x? And this value is our pi. Okay, so if we simplify the question that is based on that, this question is asked in JEE, either 2019 and 2020 in some sim, based on this concept. So can you simplify this with the help of these two plots?
हमें 33 को 83 के नियर बाय करना है, तो किस वैल्यू से मल्टीप्लाई करें?
Can you simplify with the help of plots?
Yes, sir.
So first we need to make the plot of sine. So sine inverse of sine 10 I simplified earlier. You remember what is the value there? Okay, let us simplify again. So let us make the plot of sine inverse of sine x. Okay, so here somewhere the value 10 is after 3 pi and between 4 pi. Now tell me what is the pattern of sine inverse of sine x plot? If we make a rough plot, the pattern is like this. This is, if multiple is odd, then slope is minus 1. So here this is the line we need to find, and 10 is lying somewhere here. So we need to write the equation of this line. The equation of this line is y equal to slope is minus x minus 1 and intercept is 3 pi. If I substitute value of x equal to 10, then value of y equal to minus 10 plus 3 pi. And this is the value of our first expression, that is our x. X is defined as like this. So we can say this is the value of our this expression. So our sine inverse of sine 10 is equal to 3 pi minus 10. Now we need to find the second part. Second part is y value, that is y equal to cos inverse cos 10. So how the pattern of cos plot? The cos plot is above x-axis in similar pattern. So cos plot is like this. This is our 0, this is pi, this is 2 pi, this is 3 pi, and this is 4 pi. Okay, so where is the 10? 10 is somewhere here after 3 pi. So we need to find the equation of this line. So what is the equation of this line? Can you write the equation for this line? Tell me, what is the slope of this line? The slope of this line is -1. So we can write y equal to -x and intercept is plus 4 pi. Okay, this is the equation of this line. If I substitute x equal to 10, then value of y is -10 plus 4 pi. Okay, now we need to find the value of y minus x. Then y value is our y minus x. Then y value is -10 plus 4 pi. And what is the value of x? X means sine inverse of sine 10. That is 3 pi minus 10. If I simplify this, then -10 plus 4 pi minus 3 pi plus 10. So 10. Now, if I simplify, then what is the value of this? What is the value for this?
देखो अगर आप यहाँ से कुछ भी करो, जब आप यहाँ 13 से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो क्या हमारे पास अभी 5/6 आ सकती है? डिनोमिनेटर यहाँ तो ये होते हैं इसके एक्सेप्शंस।
Nice.
अब आपके हमारे सिलेबस में एक्सेप्शंस हैं।
Is there somewhere some mistake in calculation? Can you identify where is the mistake?
बार-बार होगा। उनको डायरेक्ट याद रखना जैसे
Sir, we are getting pi now, sir.
क्या?
बात समझ आई हो तो इसके
But
एक्सेप्शंस किस टाइप
We are getting pi now, sir.
we are getting some mistake with, if we tally with the answer, we have made some mistake. Where is the mistake? Can you identify mistake?
लेकिन उसमें से कुछ ही ऐसे हैं जो हमारे सिलेबस में मतलब सिलेबस
Sir, is the answer pi, sir, or not?
Pi. Answer is pi. But where is the mistake? Where is the calculation mistake?
वो मैं आपको क्वेश्चन
Sir, we are getting pi, sir.
We are getting pi. How? Because we need to find pi minus x. Then
Sir, minus 4 pi. I mean plus 4 pi minus 3 pi, sir.
plus. Okay.
Minus 10 and plus 10 will cancel.
This get cancelled. Yeah. Okay. The answer is pi. Fine. So this is our answer. So we can simplify this kind of question easily. Okay. So now you are getting how to solve this kind of question.
Yes, sir.
So if you remember these two plots, the cos inverse of cos x and sine inverse of sine x, we can simplify whatever the value that is asked in the question. So these plots are quite helpful to simplify this kind of question. Okay. Now try to this kind of question. This kind of series question is asked too many times. This type of question is asked 2 times in JEE. How to simplify this kind of question?
अब इस क्वेश्चन को हम बहुत अच्छे से नहीं करना सबसे पहले इस क्वेश्चन को बेसिक उसके बाद का क्वेश्चन
Are you familiar with simple plus minus formula?
रीड हो गया बच्चों
Yes,
Right. What is the formula for tan inverse x plus tan inverse y? What is the formula for tan inverse x plus tan inverse y?
जब हमने इनकम टैक्स
We can write tan inverse x plus y 1 minus xy. I am writing without any condition because there is condition involved on this formula. Okay, I am writing when x and y everything in its domain. And if I have
इनकम है 100
tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, then this formula is tan inverse x minus y 1 plus xy, isn't it?
अब की बार हमने 30 रुपीस
Yes.
And there are two other transformation formula. Tan inverse
यहाँ से
x is equal to,
अगर आप
we can write, yeah, cot inverse 1 by x if x is greater than 2.
भाई अगर हमने टैक्स को इंक्रीज कर दिया
We can write like
तो
this.
नेट इनकम रिड्यूस हो जाएगी
Tan inverse x is equal to cot inverse x
जो टैक्स है
1 by x. We can, because tan and cot are inverse of each other, reciprocal of each other.
टैक्स ज्यादा तो नेट इनकम कम अगर टैक्स कम तो नेट इनकम
So with the help of this formula, the sign plus minus formula and this inverse formula, we can simplify this kind of equations. And this equation is
अगर टैक्स
asked several times. So if I simplify this internal expression, what is the sigma of this 2p?
अगर हमने इनकम टैक्स को 90%
If I write this question, this is cot, this is sigma n1 to 19 cot inverse 1 plus sigma of p12 and 2p. Now tell me, what is the value of this sigma? Can you simplify this sigma first? Because this is varying with the help on p variable. Okay. Can I write this sigma, this part, only this part, as twice of sigma p12 and
तो अब हम क्या करेंगे
sigma p, because 2 is constant. Can I write like this?
रेशियो फाइंड आउट करेंगे सपोज 19
Can I write like this part
ये बात भी समझ आई
in this way?
अब देखो
And what is the value of sigma p? If I apply summation, then this can be simplified twice into p plus 1 by 2, and 2 get cancelled, because this is simply sigma n is n into n plus 1 by 2. This formula we can use, sigma n. Are you getting my point?
इसका मतलब इनकम टैक्स का 19%
Are you-
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have simplified this expression basically, this value.
यहाँ हम अभी कॉन्सेप्ट चेंज हो गया अभी
Okay, now I can substitute this portion at the place of this. So substituting back, then this expression is changed to cot sigma n1 to 19 cot inverse. This expression is p into p plus 1, isn't it? Whole this expression is simplified to p into p plus 1. Are you getting up to this equation?
अगर इनकम टैक्स
Yes, sir.
Now, if I apply this formula now in cot, the cot inverse x equal to tan inverse 1 by x. Okay, so I can write
इसका मतलब जब हमने टैक्स को 19% इंक्रीज किया तब हमारी नेट इनकम 6% रिड्यूस हो गई तो यहाँ से हमारे पास टैक्स और नेट इनकम का रेशियो आ गया
cot inverse x equal to tan inverse 1 by x. Okay, so I can write this cot inverse as cot of sigma n1 to 19 tan inverse p into p plus 1, and here is some plus 1 here. Are you looking at this plus 1? This is left out somewhere. This is plus 1. We left out because this plus 1 is there in question. This is there. Okay, so this is p into p plus 1 and plus 1. If I inverse this, are you getting my point? This cot inverse can be written like this. Because this expression is 1 plus p into p plus 1. And if I change quote into 10, we can write this expression as this. Or let me simplify. 1 plus p into p plus 1. Are you getting now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, if I break this expression as, this is quote, sigma of n1 to 19, 10 inverse p plus 1 minus of p 1 into p plus 1 into p. So these two equations are same or not? Because the numerator is 1, here also numerator is 1. Also, what I have done, I have rewrite this equation. Why? Because we need to break this into tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. So quote sigma n1 to 19, we can break this as tan inverse p plus 1 minus tan inverse p. Now tell me, are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
If I apply this sigma and this is quote, the whole equation is for 1 tan inverse 2 minus tan inverse 1. For n equal to 2, tan inverse 3 minus tan inverse 2. Okay, plus again tan inverse 3, tan inverse 4 minus tan inverse 3. And what is the last value for n equal to 19? Up to plus tan inverse 20 minus tan inverse 19, isn't it? For n equal to 19 last. Now look at this equation. The factor 2 get cancelled, then 3 get cancelled. So the last factor you get cancelled up to this. So what is left out? Quote, the left out value is only tan inverse 20 minus tan inverse 1. If I simplify this series. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Now if I apply tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, then this is simplified to tan inverse 20 minus 1 divide 1 plus 20 into 1. Okay, what we have applied? Tan inverse x minus tan inverse y formula. That is equal to tan inverse x minus y 1 plus xy. Isn't it? Now if I simplify, that is quote tan inverse, this is 19 by 21. And again rewrite this in form of quote, then quote of quote inverse, this get reversed 21 by 19. And now quote of quote inverse get cancelled, and the answer is our 21 by 19. Okay, are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this kind of question is asked too many times. Okay, this series is basically repeated so many times. So you need to know how to solve this kind of series. Okay. Now, can you simplify this question? This is quite simple question. Can you simplify this question, Anjita? Okay, take this question as homework. Try, okay, try yourself. Simply what you
Yes,
need
sir.
to do, just transfer this in this side. Same question we have solved earlier of sine type question. Okay, same functionality is there. Okay, just transfer this term to this side. Write this in
एग्जाम में तो बस इतना टाइम लगना चाहिए वो भी बोल रहे हैं
cos inverse 2 upon 3x pi by 2 minus cos inverse 3 by 4x. Now take cos both side. So if you take cos both side 2 upon 3x here, and this is cos of pi by 2 minus cos inverse 3 by 4x. Simplify this equation in same way we have simplified our sin x question. You remember that sin x question?
आपको जरूर पता होनी चाहिए तभी एग्जाम क्रैक होगा
Okay.
अकेले बेसिक से भी क्रैक हो जाएगा
So
अकेले ट्रिक से भी
simplify this question, you will get the answer. Okay, here there are few more questions. Those were asked in 2019 and 20. Take screenshot of this question and try to simplify this question. Okay, if you have any trouble, you can ask in doubt class. Okay, let's just end this session. Bye bye.
चलो यहाँ